this is Andy with Epic Automotive. Today we are putting an instrument cluster in a 2005 Pontiac Sunfire. So let's get started. So first of all, we see the reason this gauge needs replaced. We see the temp gauge pegged all the way to the right side, which is an indication that the instrument cluster needs replaced. So the first thing we need to do is remove the grille from the center of the dash here, and then that will expose a screw that holds the whole defroster pad that runs from A-pillar to A-pillar. Pull that screw out, then pop that panel out of there. So we've got the defroster grill removed. At this point, we just want to remove all the panels that we need to access the fasteners that hold the top of this dash in, because the whole top of this dash is going to come out. So the next thing we can do is remove the panels. There's one on the driver's side and one on the passenger side, and then there's one screw that holds those panels in. So take those out. The next thing we can do is remove the two screws that hold this panel in, and then we can pull that panel out. Already got the bottom one removed. Then we've got three screws that hold this metal plate in above the glove box door. There's one here, one in the middle, and then one on the outer edge over here. Well, now we're ready to take all our 7mm bolts out that hold the dash pad in place. There are 7 along the top, and then there are 4 on the bottom. There's one here, 2 right there, and then 1 on the other side of the radio. So we can remove those and pull the dash pad out. Now once you have all the bolts removed, you can just lift the dash pad straight up, pull it out, set it aside, and then we can access the bolts that hold our instrument panel in. There are no other connectors or anything that you have to take off that connect to the dash pad. It'll just pull right out of there, and the airbag stays put. You don't have to mess with that either. So now on the instrument cluster, we've got 2 7mm bolts that hold it in, one on each side, here and here, and we can pull those out and disconnect the instrument cluster. Now once we get to that point, we can plug in our replacement gauge and check it, make sure everything's working properly. Now once you have the replacement gauge plugged in, you can go ahead and start it and make sure everything on the gauge is working properly. It looks like everything's back to normal. We see the temp gauge is normal. It's a cold engine. Looks like this took care of the problem. Now we can go ahead and put our bolts back together, put everything back together the way it came out, and we should be all set. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.